How's it going, everyone? We are back. It is an exciting, amazing Tuesday. Got a stacked panel. We're going to panel the panel out of this panel. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge. I'm very excited for it. A lot of stuff to get through, a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of exciting things happening in the ecosystem. Here at RHMax.tv, we like to bring you the facts for watching. All right, that's a long time logo from or motto from UFO to go. Shout out to UFO to go. If you want the facts, watch RHMax. So we're going to get into lots of facts, a lot of opinions, a lot of fun stuff today in the PulseChain ecosystem. And it's going to be a great show. So manifesting it right now. It's going to be a great show. Get your questions in the chat. We'll get to spinach we can. Without further ado, welcome back. Crispy Man, Triple Dad, Fast
Hey now.
Boom.
How you doing, bud?
It's a big hey now.
It's a big one. You guys
Chat fired up. We got some
right?
Hays and some LFGs. That's awesome.
A lot of LFGs. No FMLs. No GFYs. Only 5555s. There we go. How's it going, guys?
Good, brother. How about you?
Tired, but good.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's been a long morning as well, and I'm excited to get into the good news of Hexaco and the PulseChain.com. Though a lot of fun stuff. Chat's been popping off 10 or 15 minutes before we even started, so appreciate you all. Get your questions in. We've gone for somewhere between an hour and 15 minutes or so, and y'all excited? What's been going on? We've had a lot of fun stuff happening, right?
Yeah, I've been out and about, but I'm excited.
We're filling Triple Dad in today. He's been too busy over there trying to manifest that 10,000x for Hex again, which we appreciate.
Ooh.
There we go.
Do it.
Oh, does it get to point to it? No, we did. Oh, you thought we were on screen. We were on screen for a moment.
I did.
I was like, will it point there? I'm not sure.
Next time.
It's okay. It's okay. It would have pointed at Triple Dad, but I had the comments.
That's my plan.
That was the plan.
Build again.
We'll get.
So
We'll
what's new, you guys? So I've been out and about with vets. We did a little bit of time in Utah. We did some riding. Vets wore this hat everywhere we went in Utah.
Nice.
They all saw the 10,000X hat, and we went all over the place. And then I met up with the notorious Fast Abdul in Southern California, and we may or may not have been doing some top secret missions in there. I did sign an NDA, and I have Fast Abdul on stream with me today to make sure I adhere to it, because I don't read what I sign. I just sign stuff all the time. So bring your checks here. Anything you guys have, I'll sign that.
I can neither confirm nor deny any of these details.
Nice.
Well, we'll definitely get into some electronic device stuff today. Only, yeah, I'm sure you guys you've seen some of the posts, some of the tweets, a lot of amazing different perspectives on this one too. Some people love it, some people hate it.
The dick pics are starting. I've logged at least a dozen dick pics drawn on the pseudo tablet.
I thought you were sending them out. Okay.
Oh, I've got a thread.
It's strictly digital, so I think we're gonna find a way to tokenize that.
You know, a thread that's interesting is the Eric Wall thread, where he asked Havid for his money, and she sent him $100. But then it went down there, people talking a little bit of trash about the device, and Eric Wall appears to be for it.
Eric Wall is pro device.
Pro device.
Okay.
He may be a troll, but the man can do math, I suspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, math is math. Yeah, I think people. I think we should just starve out the trolls. I mean, I guess if somebody had a reasonable question, kind of answer it. But otherwise, those people are not helpful at all. There's no reason for them to be acting negatively. You need to be positive about this. This is why I've been on this campaign for the last month. Why? What did you expect? Seriously, you really expect $200, $1,000 items?
Yeah.
They want.
I thought I was getting an iPad. I'm not getting an iPad.
No.
Yeah, we'll send out iPads, like 100 of them.
I got a broken one.
It'll work great.
Oh, so we're doing honey or vinegar? Who's on vinegar right now? You team vinegar?
Honey or vinegar?
Your sound's a little busted right there.
Yeah. How did you know I took ACV today?
Motherfucker. Mic. I will not get a new mic. I've already said this. Okay. How's it now? It should be okay.
Yeah, it's better, buddy.
Better.
Okay. All right. I said honey or vinegar. So you're talking about how to treat the haters, or fade the noise, or otherwise try to explain to them why this is a good idea.
Oh,
It's
such a fantastic idea, man. Come on. I mean, so, the people that are here, of course, are going to think different things. But I would challenge you, go sit down and go figure out, do your own research, figure out how you would market, to 400,000 people. How would you do it? And how is that going to get done? And what would you choose? Right. And so this is like the best choice. This is like the best choice ever that I've seen somebody come up with.
If we can't afford iPads, this is definitely the second best. Yeah.
I'd like to contest the 400,000 number. I feel like we have confirmation from Richard that the number is going to be much bigger. Did you guys see that one post he did yesterday? I'll put it in the chat.
I can try.
Well, also keep in mind, right, the item may change, or be adjusted, or be a different model, or get better.
Something about magnets too on that. Yeah, he said rumors of a magnetic version coming. Is that for the pin part, the back of it? What was the magnet?
Put on your fridge, right?
You'd have this.
Right? That's why that would be cool. Yeah.
That's pretty common. That these devices will have that. These types of devices. And, also for those of us who are really super eco-friendly, right? This is like a huge deal, right? You think about the number of Post-its that are going to be saved, the number of trees.
We're saving the environment first with proof of stake, and now with these electronic writing pads.
Yeah. But the fridge thing would actually be handy. Like if I had one, I don't think I'm one of the targeted individuals, but like I would put that on my fridge and I'd be like, oh, I need milk, right? Like, and then look at it every single day, right? Like and my wife would too.
It's funny that you guys say that. I actually have a patent for a refrigerator magnet that I created.
Would you be willing to donate it for this effort?
It's interesting. If that was magnetic, that would be badass. 100% badass. I would love to see that happen. The only bad part about that is some of the higher end users that are probably getting these devices, because I think that's how this is sorted. If they have stainless steel fridges, refrigerator magnets do not work.
Really interesting.
Well, before we get too much into, we've got a lot of different pieces on this, but I just want to remind everyone who has been living under a rock for the last several months, there's been hints of something in the mail. But the most recent update, and I'll get to another piece from Richard as well, but 400,000 electronic devices. There's been 200,000, 400,000, a bunch of different free gifts for people, that are going out to, I don't know, maybe wealthy zip codes, just use your imagination for potential onboarding different kinds of investors. And the community has rallied around to help facilitate this, to different charities being set up to receive and mail. And we got all these different pieces that are coming together to get these devices out to onboard people to PulseChain. They can't come to PulseChain if they don't know about it. So this is a very reliable way to not be gatekept and to get the word out about this stuff. And this is the founder talking about this. 400,000 electronic devices. Volunteers are currently addressing them for home delivery. This is the largest free device giveaway with such powerful features I've ever heard of. I was talking to Crispy last week on this. I've never heard of a crypto project sending out physical devices of any sort. Chat, let me know if there is. I've tried to look it up, do a little bit of research. I haven't found a crypto project doing this before. So this may literally be.
What wasn't there Uniswap socks that are highly collectible?
Wasn't that an NFT of an actual physical device? I thought Unisocks was that. It could have been
there's actual socks I think that you can find on eBay occasionally.
Okay.
But
they weren't mailed to people's houses, were they?
But those are socks. So
was there a mailing campaign to send them to people's houses?
I don't know if it was a mailing campaign. I don't know how you got those, but
No.
very few people have. I think it's like a pink sock or something like that.
Yeah, McSlam in here with if they just sent out sweaters for redeeming NFTs. Okay, but that's kind of So that's sent out sweaters for redeeming NFTs. Yeah, I could actually see more of that. There's going to be all these things about NFTs that are going to be redeeming for stuff or tickets to a party, whatever in the future as well. But this is the
free
again the free. No connection to crypto. People may have connection to crypto, may not have connection to crypto, may know nothing about the project at all, but will be receiving a very cool device that is unlikely to be thrown away. It saves trees and money, works in the sun, always on, and only uses electricity to clear. So I think it looks pretty cool. I think it's, I've been, ever since I saw this piece too, have you all been more sensitive to, if you're visiting friends and family or whatever, do you see these devices? Like, are these common? Like, I feel like I've been noticing them more often. Like, oh, well, there's a little writing pad that, that people have. I've been noticing them more often just after seeing this too.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But they're starting to pop up. It's one of those things where once you see one, they start to become more prevalent. And people are popping in. We were Fast Abdul and I were talking to Randy. He already has a couple of these things that he's bought at a store.
Yeah,
actually
you
bought
can
these things.
You can buy them in Walmart, right?
Yep.
Yeah, people have them for their kids all the time, but like it doesn't mean it's only for children. But even if it was, like, most of them fell into the hands of children, that means they're going to be left all over the house. Like, mom and dad are going to be picking those things up like 3 times a week in every room of the house. They're going to find that thing. So are they going to read it? Like the advertisements around the outside? Like, oh yeah, like 1,000 times.
Yeah, but the the one that's I'm assuming this is what's being sent out, right? Because I haven't seen one physically, right? So I assume this is the right one. It doesn't have the party colors. It's not really set up for kids. And so while kids may end up with them, I think what'll happen with these is they'll end up right in somebody's kitchen, on their side table or whatever, and that's where they'll stay.
Yeah, right beside the front door, leaving notes for people, right? Making lists of things you need.
I think people underestimate the fact that it can't be thrown away or unlikely to be thrown away for another dimension too, where even if you see these things at a yard sale, they just keep on giving. They just keep on, marketing. Like, there's going to be people, like, even if they end up in a place where people give them away or whatever, they're giving them away. They're passing it on to another person who then can be onboarded, based on if they're interested in being like, what is this thing? Why do I keep seeing all these? What is PulseChain.com? All this, and when you first receive it too, again, me and Crispy talked about this last week. What is the first thing you would do if you received a gift from anywhere? Like, where did this come from? How do you figure that out? You Google for PulseChain, you Google for Hex, you go to the website. Why did I get this? You're probably going to see a bunch of people talking about marketing efforts and community organizing. You're like, whoa, that's pretty cool. Those guys, they got their stuff together. They're actually doing all these events. And then, how is that not this whole? I don't know why people are underrating this marketing effort so much. There's so many different facets to it. They're just so bullish and so hard to make the case that it won't be successful and reach a lot of people.
Yeah, I also think, I don't know if it was Crispy that said it or somebody I heard say this over the last week or so. Kids get a hold of this, or anybody that gets a hold of this and puts a drawing on it and then posts that to the internet. That's going to be on Facebook. That's going to be on Instagram. It's going to be all over the place. It may be from a person that's completely not crypto related, but the little Pulse and the Hex logo are going to be on there, as well as all the free coins things, right? People are going to see this thing all over the place. It's going to be pretty crazy, I believe.
Totally. Even, I think, once it's in people's hands, even the haters are going to be working for us, right? Like, they're going to be posting pictures. Oh, Richard Hart sent me this. I don't like Richard Hart. I drew a poo emoji on it. Like, but they're going to be sharing this image all over, and it's going to explode. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. somebody smart told me that we should have some sort of bot set up that could find the image of these when they get posted and respond with hashtag hex, hashtag pulse on Twitter. I know it was Randy. That was Randy's idea.
I think
it's going to go viral for sure.
I think so. But Fast, do you want to explain this one too? It's funny how people don't know the math. What is he talking about with this example?
I think now, we don't have confirmation in this text exactly, right? But he goes from $1 million to 10 people down to $1 to 10 million people. Now, what's he talking about? Is he talking about distributing funds? I think he's talking about these devices. Approximate cost with shipping, I'm estimating it probably around that dollar, based on buying 10 million of them. Not that anybody normal would ever get that price. So I think he's talking there's 10 million of these things going out. They cost $1 each when you buy 10 million at a time. And that's the distribution of these funds rather than, paying one marketing agency $10 million, right? We're sending out 10 million of these things to, targeted markets.
All right, good math. Pretty good.
Yep.
So yeah, just to recap for everyone, a bunch of electronic devices are going out in the mail. We can all speculate they're going to potentially wealthy people in the US, I guess, for now or something. And they're getting devices that are pretty cool. PulseChain, Hex branded, hard to throw away, easy to, go be curious about and look up or give away. And now you have another potential on board. And yeah, I haven't yet to see another crypto project ever do this before. So I think it is unprecedented unless somebody corrects me on that as far as the way it's being done. It's pretty cool.
I think it's cool.
So the biggest question is after this, what would you draw on the tablet, gentlemen? I knew when I posted this, it's gonna have plenty of fun things to look at. So, or maybe not look at, but was that pun intended? I'm not sure. So we'll go through a few examples.
I have a challenge for you after this, but keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay. All right. Briss says, think about all the memes he could draw. I suggested Man Bear Pig. Coffee chiming in there as well with the canonical. Somebody's got to say it first. And then we got some rocket ships here. Hex and PulseChain gains. We got other drawings, other suggestions. Even got some fun little Forever Down chart stuff. Got some other perhaps advertisements. Plenty of that. There's an RH Peppy thing. Okay, with a logo. Mostly, I don't know. I haven't did the analysis. I haven't asked AI to do it, but definitely plenty of in the category of human anatomy. Somebody put the 10 Commandments on there. Not a bad idea. Can't hard argue against that one. Be nice to each other.
I'm gonna draw a Red Bull can. Just to be different.
Yeah. This is the first time I scrolled through all of them. Okay, I'm seeing some new ones now. 5.
The ladder, man.
Ladder. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like the ladder. There you go. Only laddering people would recognize that. There you go.
Best thing ever.
What I've observed is many people on board pulsing expecting sub pump millionaires during bull run. What I've realized, they understand that this device is Richard's plan is different. Those who will become wealthy are the ones who patiently wait for some roads and W to be rewarded. There's a 5 in that one. Melting magic green candle face. That's a great one. I like that one. Pretty good. All right. Well, that's probably went through most of them.
So that idea is such a great idea to ask people what they're going to put on it, and then so many people responded. We should set a date here in the near future for us to create our creations, and everybody go post on Instagram, TikTok. Not hard to do, easy. Right?
I may have some upcoming TikTokers TikToking. I have some upcoming videos for that we'll see if go viral or not.
Yeah, there's power, but there's power in numbers, man. If all of us got on there, a bunch of us got on there and started cross posting.
TikTok's good. Yeah. Super Hex Wins really inspired me the other day when he got like 1 million views on one of his videos too, and I'm like, it's been a while since I've TikToked. Maybe I should try TikTok again. Good.
I follow him on Instagram, and he's awesome.
He is. He does a lot of great work.
Yeah, I mean, again, on the TikTok thing, a lot of people probably kind of faded it when they're having all those worries about it. But it took me 2 minutes to create my TikTok and post this up there. I mean, it's not hard.
Hex and Sketch. Because what's the original name? Etch-a-Sketch? Is that the kid's story version?
Yeah.
Etch-a-Sketch. Digital notepad deal. Hex and Sketch. I like it.
Did you guys see Ivan on Tech's tech review of the device?
Yeah.
What? Did he do a review?
Yeah, he did. He did do a review.
All right. Let me look up that real quick. I did not see that.
I think people just underestimate the power, because maybe they're just not exposed to marketing. They just underestimate the power of getting hundreds of thousands of devices in front of people, because, and it's not about the device, man. It's about the branding. It's about somebody becoming aware of the brand.
Anybody know what the video is called? Device review? PulseChain?
I don't remember.
Probably something negative.
Just go to this channel.
I think Somi posted it. Come on.
Yeah, Somi did clip it.
Okay. Did it?
Yeah,
so it's not. He didn't do like a live stream.
So we don't.
Okay, so it's in one of the live streams, but it wasn't like just a video. It was a segment in one of the live streams. Okay, gotcha.
Correct.
Nice. Well, back to fast for a moment then. While we're getting that information, the panelists are working hard today. Who's going to buy one of these on eBay for $100? It would actually be great marketing. Richard Hart collector's items would be all the rage. Yeah, I talked about putting in the museum too. I want to see a signed first edition of these, because it could be multiple editions. There could be magnetic versions. There could be whatever,
What if they have serial numbers? Like who wants number 5555? How much is that worth?
That's right. People turn them into NFTs. The potential for this one is very large. Very good. I think my comment was, where's my comment? About, $555 starting bid. I don't know. That's pretty. If it's got to be a good one, it's got to be like a first edition. I don't know. How many of these is Rich going to sign? I want to get a signed one though. I got to get him to sign my 10,000X hat. That'd be pretty cool.
So that is a real possibility of those things being collector's items, right? So I'm looking at the Unisocks site right now, and only 500 socks tokens were ever minted, and you could exchange them for actual socks. And the amount of money that those socks go for is unbelievable.
Unisocks. Can we have some PulseX socks? Didn't quite roll off the tongue as much, so.
But Richard Hart collectibles could do fairly well, I believe. Yeah.
I think so.
Yep. And I think that would only add to the marketing effort, right? Like Richard Hart sends you something in the mail, you don't even know who he is. Maybe you look it up, and it's like people are selling them on eBay for $100. And you have all these, and the people who mostly aren't going to get them, who want them, who know about them now and want them, but probably won't get one, are the Hexagon PulseChain community. So those would be the ones bidding them up on eBay. And from an outside perspective, it will look wild, right? Be like, wow, I got this little pad. Maybe I could buy it at Walmart for $20, but it's on eBay for $100. And, it's got these crypto sites listed on it. Maybe I should look closer, right?
It may be worth the effort, buddy, to just take a handful of them and list them now. It's actually creating another venue on which people that want them can get them. They would pay money for them, right? As well as create another venue of people scrolling through tablets on eBay that see the item. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. For that matter, you could resell them on Amazon, I believe.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Though I think the initial bang of like the first people getting them is going to be, you know, a part of it, right?
Yeah, it would be better for the people that receive them to do stuff like that. But having a couple up on those sites now would I don't know how that affects the charity vibe of this, but it might be a good idea.
Yeah, interesting concept.
I've got a section for theory. You guys ready to put in some theories here, gentlemen?
I like theories, but those are my favorite.
Well, this is something that came across the desk just recently too. I was like, whoa, is this real? And there is a post about it. So 4 months ago on Reddit, somebody talked about getting a free electronic device in the mail. And so this is Ledger Wallet just received this clipboard from China with PulseChain and Hex advertising. And I think, let's see, is this the picture? Okay, maybe it's not up there anymore, or whatever. But it came from China, which is interesting too. So 4 months ago, let's see, did they re-upload the picture? Yeah. So there's the picture. Does that look familiar?
So you could have got this 4 months ago, huh?
Apparently so. Apparently there was, I mean, again, this is just reading on Reddit. Don't know much to take all this, but it looks a little, so just receive versus.
I think it's real.
Different. Yeah. It's hard to.
It'd be a test that was sent out, right? Like, which obviously worked because the person posted it online. So maybe like 100 of these were sent out, or some, you know, piddly number. And if 1% like post them online, like a picture of this thing, that's good marketing data.
Get rich, PulseChain.com, GetRichX.com. Mm-hmm. So I think the biggest difference on this is the wording. Instead of saying get rich each one, which actually looks kind of cool, it is on these free coins reliable and new coins pump tires. But so what is your all speculation for? Was this a test? I'll give you mine real quick. I was thinking about this earlier. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe the group who generously has been funding all this, or otherwise whoever it is, whatever organization or otherwise, they were like, okay, let's do this. Let's send them from China instead of now. It sounds like they're coming into the U.S. shores, and everyone, the communities initiated to help and put all the get everything together and send them out and stuff from here. These came directly from China. It's just what I'm reading. It says from China, so I guess it was addressed from China, from shipping from there, and that was the hey, let's send some out, test it or whatever, and then whatever happened with that, now it's like, oh, let's pivot to doing it in America now. Let's ship them to America, get the community, help do it from there for whatever benefits. That's my initial thoughts on it. What do you guys think?
I think there were initial runs, and the words did change. We know that for a fact, right? So I think this to generate a shipping container of 200,000 of these devices, right? That's been a process that's been ongoing for months and months and months, and we just haven't been privy to any of the actions taken in the background. But I think the timeline of this gentleman getting it 4 months ago would probably coincide with the first run of these devices. That's just speculation, though. 100%, I think that's true. And I think from a collectible standpoint, that adds to rarity, right? Having ones with different words on it would be kind of cool. Having one of the original pieces that came out in the very first run would be something that I would buy personally on eBay. If that was to come up on eBay, I would be a buyer. And it would go right up here with my Raiders cup and my Pulse flask and my Panama hat. It would go up there with all of that stuff, just to show it off.
Pretty cool. Yeah, at least the person who received it posted, and then there's also another comment, also received one today. So apparently numerous people could have received some. We could have already even started the onboarding a few months ago. At least, who knows how many were sent out? Maybe, 100,000 were sent out, or 50,000. It could have been just a smaller number to see what the process looks like. And then maybe it could have been that too. There you go. Maybe it was like, okay, let's do it directly from China first, and then do the test run, see how it works, refine the process, and then start doing it from locally from America to
that's the smart way to do it, right? Like, and it probably costs like $20 each to ship and manufacture, or more, the first 100 or whatever it is. But like that test marketing was probably super important, and I'm sure that Richard found the people who posted it on wherever they posted it. And knew that, like, yeah, this is going to work, right? Like, it doesn't matter if people like it or not. If they're doing this kind of thing, we're going to have a huge impact when we start talking millions of pieces.
Yeah. CryptoPunk's a buyer. That's what he just said. CryptoPunk's a buddy of mine. I like badass.
I can't play audio, but we could just watch for a second.
We got to have the audio, man.
I can do it. We've got some update from Richard Hart on the PulseChain marketing and the sketch and scratch. We call these things sketch and scratch.
It's horrific.
We all knew Pulse holders are special. You don't even really think we're special in these class special, Ivan.
You don't need the audio, buddy. You do, Ivan, pretty well.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah, that's almost dead on. You did call it sketch and scratch all the time.
It's great because I can hear you. He said he bought 400,000 and then billions of sacrifice.
Yeah, but to be fair,
you get a sketch and scratch. Sketch and scratch. It's for the kids to learn how to draw a tree.
Yeah, to be fair though, Ivan is not approaching it the way Richard is, right? What does Ivan do? He onboards people to his service.
Yep.
He's not onboarding people into crypto per se. I mean, it's a side effect. People are already there, but he's onboarding his. So I don't know that he has much to understand about this,
I think
he's still at this point. He's working for us, though, right? Like he's publicized this to lots of people who wouldn't have seen it already, and like it's this will just be the start, right? Like, and then like he'll do a follow-up video when PulseChain starts to pump. I guess this sketch and scratch has worked, or or whatever. So like it's all going to add up to outrage marketing, positive marketing. Like it's going to be a lot.
So he presents it as this: we sacrifice billions of dollars and we get back a $2.50 tablet. He puts it in the way. I mean, I think it's funny. I think it's relatable to people. I think there's plenty of people who watch this show that are like either skeptical or don't care about PulseChain or whatever. But they're going to get that immersion into. They're going to understand. Wow, these people. Yeah, it's funny, but this community is sending out physical devices to onboard people. Like, is my community doing that? No, they're not. So like, I think it's great. I don't even care what kind of story he tells around it. I think it's a great exposure.
The people that don't like it, or if when we receive the green candles that I see in our future, right? The people that don't like this, they're going to blame that on market situations or ETH pump, or the people that do like it are going to say, boy, that was a really effective marketing program, right? So you're never going to really know. I don't know if there's anything that's truly tracking the success of this. I don't know if there's any QR code on there, or I know for sure that there's not on some of the stuff I saw. And I can't go any further because Fast will say, don't forget your NDA. Yeah.
That's right. We cannot confirm or deny.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought you guys were going to show us some super secret pictures of the lab and marketing area.
I can show you some super secret pictures of Fast Abdul and I wearing funny hats in a restaurant.
That is not covered by the NDA. You're good.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I will forward them to you.
I'm gonna proceed with this video just for another minute or so, just to see if you see anything other interesting.
Let's see, where's Max?
Right there on the screen, though, right?
It's a drawing pad. Okay.
It sounds like my Faja in Gold Member, yeah?
He's reading these and just laughing most of the time. I'm going to narrate and describe. He really likes the erase button and lock screen. He's laughing a lot at that one. It's very good. He likes that one.
I just DM'd you on your Twitter some pictures of us with funny hats on at a restaurant.
Sorry. In one ear, I hear whatever you guys are saying. The other ear, I hear Ivan.
Oh, on your X account, you have pictures of Fast Abdul wearing a hamburger hat.
He really likes the device, everyone. He really likes it.
Yeah.
Nice.
He really likes it.
Ivan's on board.
He says it's fantastic, fantastic. Okay. All right, it's almost over. Oh, hey, there's me. You saw, there's me. If you're in from PulseChain, let me know what it is. I thought you knew what it was. You're doing tech review right now. Itch and scratch, he's calling it. Itch and scratch. I haven't seen these. It says you get free coins if you go to the website. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't.
I think we maybe be getting more tech reviews from Ivan on tech. I do agree with that sentiment. He seems to be very much happy about this marketing program and very joyful and jubilant. Yeah, there's like two words that sound the same on that one. I think jubilant and jovilant. Isn't there like jovilant or something too?
Jovile.
He's very jovial. That doesn't sound jovial.
Jubilant.
There's yes.
Jovile and jubilant.
He likes it. I think he could be on team win. I think he could be, gents. He could be.
Eventually.
Well,
I think what Marcus said a few minutes ago, right? The fact that anybody's talking about it is good, right? So, the more, even if it is a little tingy, cringy, funny, whatever it is, there'll be more people talking about it. This is how it'll end up on CNBC, whatnot. And I know that talking to the people who already understand a lot about this, don't be surprised in a few years, right? This becomes some sort of case study for masters of business degrees, right? Because it's a unique, novel case, right? And then if for somehow they're able to capture, some of the numbers on this, it'll be packaged up either as a success or a failure, right? In terms of marketing, it wasn't $700 million to name a stadium that gets you very little adoption. It was X millions of dollars that then sees a chain 40x and user base. Those are the types of things we're going to be looking for, right?
I get a konnichiwa for that one.
Konnichiwa! Oh, Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Richard.
That's what I'm talking about. Konnichiwa.
By the way, one quick shout out to Super Hex Win. We can finally draw pictures of the pony like Richard used to talk about. You guys remember when he's like, if you draw a picture of a pony, is it a security? Yeah, different variations too. And thank you, man, for all the awesome work on TikTok and otherwise. Like I said, you've inspired me and probably others to TikTok harder. So we'll see if we have any TikTok and stuff coming out. But yeah, you've been killing it, man. So thank you for doing all that. Put into the work. You do the work. That's what I've heard was one of Richard's greatest hits. It's pretty good.
In private chat is the Eric Wall string where he says,
My body's ready.
Don't diss the tablet. So that is just to Havid about the $100, but scroll down a bit. Don't diss the tablet, man.
Don't diss the tablet. Oh, so that's the tip of the hat for a tablet?
Yeah. At least he's trying something different. I like it.
Maybe even Eric Wall will, if he receives a tablet, maybe he will comment on it and be like, "Oh, this is what I always wanted." Christmas came early this year.
A great picture would be him with a Make Hex 10,000X again, working with a tablet.
Working with the tablet, putting your to-do list, if a magnetic version, if you put on the fridge and you got a little to-do list there, you can write your things to do on the to-do list and mark them off as you go.
Yeah, buy more PulseX, buy more Pulse.
Yeah, where's all the, let me go back to the, what would you draw? Where's all the buy more PulseX, buy more, I didn't go through all of them. I assume more anatomy parts on this one, but where's all the, oh, we got pony picture. Put a pony on here. There we go. What else? Yeah, just mostly, the results we got, diminishing returns at this point on the results. If you go on there, they're all right.
I like that one. English, the UK flag, nice.
But who knew this would get 20K views by asking a question? It's gonna. People are gonna. You ask a question that people want to talk about, they'll talk about it. There we go.
Nice.
What's the? I had another thing. Oh yeah, real quick. Remind everyone to get your security and privacy in order, because we had another, I guess, hexagon here that got drained. Again, this happened. I swear it happens like pretty regularly. Please go, if you're not sure how to do security, privacy, whatever, go figure it out, because I do not like seeing tweets like this. I don't like to see people losing money, especially right before what could be a glory run. So wallet got drained, Ethan Pulse, all stakes, not good stuff. So nobody pays attention to it until they see somebody else lose a bunch of money. So try to stop doing that. We have resources now. I've only did about 500 streams. Well, I haven't did that many, but quite a few. I put this in there as well. Crypto security and privacy in 15 minutes. I think it's under 13 minutes. Just go watch this. Is like a great starting point as well. Videos, playlists, security, got a ton of stuff there. A lot of people in the community make a lot of great content about that. Oh, that actually went to the first video on the thing. Okay, yeah. I literally had Security Week a couple years ago, where a whole week of security streams. So please stop doing that. Guys, what is the
2 days ago, buddy, I moved the Hex stakes that we created at the Hex conference to another wallet. Just pulled up the steakhouse thing, clicked Hex Scout on the pool, got the address, added it to the wallet, took that whole stake from pool 16 or 14, I think it was, on pool 6 on ETH, and moved it straight to another wallet.
I think you were demonstrating the temporary condom wallet type of thing versus don't keep a lot of money in a hot wallet to use a lot of times. There's different solutions for that versus keeping a little bit for transactions or whatever you need to do temporarily.
And the ability to move stakes from wallet to wallet that you think may be compromised, to a wallet that is not.
Do not Google for the bridge link. Do not Google for the PulseChain bridge link. Do not Google for any link that you connect anything crypto wallet to. Do not Google for it. Bookmark, check trusted sources. I talked about that a lot too.
Yeah.
But any immediate advice from you guys before we move on for like how to
what would be the trusted sources, buddy, besides Richard Hart and Hex.com and some others out there, like Alex's site, right? Icosa Pro. There are some other sites out there that are awesome.
I like this one. This is one of my favorite. And you can even click verify hash. And
what site is that?
That would be I don't know. Which is it, GoReal DeFi or is it PulseChainApp.com? PulseChainApp.com is the one that doesn't get kept on X, knock on wood. And GoReal DeFi is just the OG term for referring to it. If you ever click verify hash, by the way, it has this internal error, whatever, just refresh, it'll work. But yeah, this is where you can verify that you're talking to the correct bridge link, the correct hex link, all that stuff. And I explained it a million times, but this is where I go. I bookmark these and I use this. Again, everyone do whatever you want, but this is, it's almost 2 years old now and haven't had a single, it's even got a bug bounty program. Haven't a single valid submission for any type of security issue or bug for it. And if anyone tells you it's insecure, ask them to tell you exactly why, because I'm a security expert. I don't know why. I've talked to other security experts. They can't see anything. So this is what I like to use to stay safe, and because it automatically updates with IPFS links, and it's got navigation to other important resources in the ecosystem as well, and playlists and all that stuff too. So I like it with DeFi.
Yeah, I think I saw Tam sharing this out too.
Yeah. That would be one thing too. So answer the question. That would be one thing that I would say, like, instead of Googling for stuff, like a trusted site that I trust this, I trust the site at least, and you can verify it. And so you don't have to trust everything. You can verify the hashes match and all do all that stuff too that I explained before. But having a place where you bookmarked it, you know where to go, you're not Googling for stuff to get to the wrong link. And I appreciate everyone out there supporting it and using it. And I like to use it. So it's a great resource for that. So shout out Tam as well. Doing Hexagon University today. I think literally today as well. Any other quick advice before we move on for this Hexagon? May this person have the maddest gains. I hope they get their investing back. Everything is okay, and hopefully they make some mad gains this year to make up for it otherwise. But any quick security advice? Anyone's got a drop?
Yeah.
Or just we've already talked about it so many times in different ways. I know you guys have as well.
Yeah, it's horrific. It's sad to see community members that work DCA'd and created stakes and get drained. I hate that. It's absolutely awful.
Yep, it does suck. So hopefully they make it back and much, much, much more and do well.
Yeah.
All right, gents. Have you ever stopped to think and wonder why all of a sudden in the last few months we've seen all these new events, marketing, onboarding ramps, bull posting from founder, major community events kicking off for PulseChain?
Never crossed my mind.
Never thought about that? Would you say, if you had thought about it for a moment, would you say that would be bullish or probably nothing?
I suspect it's bullish.
It depends on whether I wanted to be funny or not. I'd probably
probably bullish.
Probably nothing. Probably nothing.
70% of people would say it's bullish, and 30% may have red candle syndrome or click the wrong button or
we're trying to be funny.
Or
like
we have
Crispy.
some comedians. Crispy, did you click the button 30 times? 28 times? Never know. He'll never tell.
No. Everybody's tired. Are you tired, Crispy man?
Apparently,
what are you guys tired for? We're just getting started. Getting started. 3 more years.
It's all those peptides.
Yeah, peptides are doing you. I think it's extremely bullish, right? And I think that the bullishness is becoming contagious, right? So if you have the founder of the or an entity out there that's creating a marketing program that's going to get hundreds of thousands, millions of eyeballs on it, it only makes sense to parlay off of that in some form or fashion, right? So I believe other people will be building on that. It's much easier to keep something in motion than to let it stop and start it again. So I think it's very, very bullish. I think other people will build on this marketing program, and I encourage that. If you don't think the tablet is a good idea, and you have some type of electronic idea that's going to pop up on socials or TikTok, whatever, right? Do it. I would support that.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah, man.
Go freaking do it.
They should go buy those devices and send them out. They should. I'll support that too.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. That would cost money, wouldn't it?
What is money?
It would cost money.
What is money? What is it in hex terms? We need hex to be $1 so I can start counting. Instead of saying dollars, I can say I have this much hex instead of saying this much dollars. You know, everyone's like, oh, I need to count everything in BTC. Well, I'd like to count everything in hex. Let's get some dollar hex and start doing that. Start at $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's bullish, guys? What do people not? What do people need to understand? What all the people who hate this idea, who just can't believe in it, who are just like another thing to get my hopes up for? What they need to know?
They need to know that it doesn't matter what they think.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the vinegar. The honey approach would be
The honey approach would be
not the honey badger approach. The honey.
Get the fuck out.
The honey approach would be, regardless of what you think, Fast Abdul says this all the time regarding influencers, right? But just consider this an influencer that you may or may not agree with, and lean into it. I wouldn't shit talk it. I wouldn't go and oh, look at this. This is the stupidest thing ever. It's just another tool that we're going to be using to try to pump this chain. I would lean into it 100%.
Yeah. If you're pro PulseChain hex, etc., like there's zero gain in shit talking this, right? So whereas there may be some gain in getting behind it. So like, why would you spend your time, shit talking this marketing plan that you probably don't understand?
Yeah,
I think there's value in shit talking it.
Maybe there's value in, I think, outside influencers shit talking it, right? Like I can shit talk it.
It's not my favorite approach, right? Obviously, right? Because I've been talking about people being positive, but I recognize that, hey, people crap talking it. They'll talk more about it. I don't think that's as good long term as speaking positive about it, but I could be wrong about that. I mean, you'd have to really analyze the numbers. Maybe shit talk works, But I'd say I do a little twist on what you said, Trip with Dad. For anybody who's just not trolling, if you're trolling, I respect you're going to troll your troll, right? But if you honestly are having some sort of a, viewers are seeing this, you have some sort of reaction where you're like, oh no, this is like stupid, and you have this visceral reaction to it. Pause for a moment and just ask yourself why not, and kind of go through the process. Why wouldn't this be a good idea? And try to disconnect it from all those, all that baggage. Because I think what you'll find if you do any type of research at all is this is like an ingenious way to get in front of people.
That's what I always like to go through too. Is trying to really understand both sides of this. And I know there's plenty of trolling. There's plenty of just like people are going to hate whatever. If it was literally an iPad that was especially branded hex logos on iPads or something, we're giving millions away, they would just be like, it would just be something. Well, I don't know what the counter to this is. I don't understand how it couldn't succeed, why it isn't a good idea, how this isn't the device to do it with, at scale, with people, with marketing, with budgets. It's rallying the community. I really am having trouble finding a way to say that this is like not worth doing. Has there been any criticism that's constructive? That's like, hey, this is not going to work because of X or Y.
I would find the most cogent person that has that argument on Twitter and invite them to a debate, sir.
I've never done a debate.
The RHMax debate show is real. I love those shows, buddy.
I wouldn't know how to do it. I haven't had enough practice. Yeah, I think that would make a great debate. I don't think anyone would, because again, let me know if you're interested. I would totally have the debate, because I can't think. I want to know like what the other side of this is, because I can't, and I'm trying to see it. I know I'm biased. I know I'm going to be optimistic regardless of all this stuff. But I really haven't.
The other side's going to be
the other side.
Something like
instead of like, this is going to happen. We need to frame this correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the other side was something like, instead of spending $10 million on this, he should just spend $10 million to pump the chain, right? Like same number, except for it buys Pulse and Hex and Ink, etc.
People think he's already did that. There's already been test pumps before. We see them from time to time. That's the thing. It's like money goes in the chain, it goes out. That's not something that's going to onboard new people. I think if that's the strongest argument, then I'm like, okay. If literally the strongest argument is this money could go towards could go in the chart, or this money could go towards, I don't know what else it could go towards that would be better at marketing than this direct example. So yeah, I think you're right.
That
Like,
argument
maybe that's
kind of needs to get exited out, because that assumes that we have control of said wallets, right? If you're in crypto, you shouldn't give a shit what anybody does with their money, right? So whether that's pumping the chain or putting out an electronic device or sponsoring a PulseChain tour that goes across the United States, Europe, right? That's people's money that they have, and they chose to promote PulseChain with money that is in their own pocket. So I don't think that's really a valid argument whatsoever. If anybody chooses to spend their money on this, I think it's awesome.
I guarantee if this would have happened 2 years ago, and again, it didn't happen 2 years ago because it wasn't right time and stuff. You could make all the cases for that. But if it would have happened 2 years ago when the sentiment was higher and we just came off a PulseX or PulseChain launch with a 2x in price and all that stuff, Twitter would be on fire with people who are just jubilant and jovial and just flying off the handles of like, this is totally the best idea. I knew this guy had a plan. Like, it would just be like this whole thing. But since it's been red candles for a while, everyone's like, another thing that's going to fail, another pump that's going to get sold down, like another. It's just like recognizing. I think the best thing in that is like recognizing that kind of bias itself and being like, well, again, it's kind of like Crispy said, like, why wouldn't it work? Think about why wouldn't it work? I can't think of a good reason either.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a better item that could be chosen in the future, maybe a more expensive item, whatever. But yeah, as far as marketing goes, it's just right out of the book, I'm going to leave you guys. Thanks very much, Max. I appreciate it. I'm going to go talk with Crypto 7 for a bit, top of the hour, and see if we can get some more marketing exposure somewhere else.
Awesome. Thanks, Crispy. I appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Crispy.
Yeah, appreciate it from you guys too. And we will
Thank
see
you,
you later.
Crispy. Have a good day, buddy.
I certainly think that green candles would pair nicely with this from a marketing perspective, right? If the person gets this and, fiddles around with it and then goes to the website and looks at a chart and the charts has some recent green candles, I think the marketing would be much stronger. They're much more likely to get FOMO. They're much more likely to look to take the next step than if they, see a not so hot chart. So I just wouldn't be surprised if that's how it worked out.
Sir, was there a tweet on this somewhere?
Shout out to Hex.
Tweeted mine.
Thank you for the mention for MCR in chat, buddy. Yeah, I don't know if I don't seem if the people that are giving this thing flack, it's just more. It's just more mentions. I think, it's baffling to me the people that are shit talking this.
Yeah, I don't think there's any real whoever has the best case against it, I would love to hear it, but I just haven't seen very many good ones. And yeah, just to fastest point as well. I did tweet the other day. September would be an amazing time for some green candles for PulseChain, especially when everyone expects the opposite before October. Green candles paired well with well-deployed marketing almost makes too much sense.
Parlaying on what Fast said, right? There's green candles that could be added. There's yield get turned back up on PulseX. There's some pretty chunky hex stakes that were done by the OA. There's all kinds of stuff that could build on this 100%. And just as Fast and I and you, Max, have been saying for a very, very long time since we knew that this was coming out or that there was a marketing plan in place, it's a multifaceted marketing plan. It isn't just a tablet. It isn't just a tablet. It is a tablet and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I know that there's people within this community that know the plan, because I've been told, and I consider myself in the know on a lot of stuff, right? There's people that tell me you have no idea what's coming. I find that fascinating. If I've mentioned those 4 things, right? Tablet, green candles, chunky hex stakes, turning up the PulseX. What else is there, right? Just kind of ruminate on that a little bit and think about what else is there that might be coming down the pike that we have no idea about. Is it a DEX? Is it a central exchange? Is it a stable coin? Is it a wallet? What else is there out there that might freaking make this thing go?
Super app. I would like a RH super app. When super app dev? I'll keep saying super app until super app occurs.
Yeah, is there some AI stuff out there that RH is playing with? He's on the cutting edge of a lot of things. Is he working on any AI stuff that might be involved in this?
AI, yeah, could be.
Those Vandel and those guys are doing a lot of automation within this chain right now and other chains. I find that stuff fascinating, the AI side of this.
I hope, whether we get some pumps in September or October, otherwise, like I think the thing we all hope is like, oh yeah, September. Remember when PulseChain's supposed to pump and everything else is dumping, or all that stuff where it does feel like it's like too good to be true type of thing, but also it could just be that perfect thing hiding in plain sight.
I don't think it's going to pump in September because I listened to a post that Tiger God put out. And he said, Tiger God said September is a bad month for crypto. So,
which would be great for it to be a good month for PulseChain, because in the past, Richard's liked to play the floor is lava, So if everything else looked bad, so if PulseChain looked awesome, that would work well with massive, never before seen marketing.
I think so.
Hex
Monkey has a comment here. Let's ghost the complainers, not debate them, not engage them. Interferes with the campaign. I don't know. Like I said, I was talking in the comments too. I'm very much. I like to hear from at least like one time. Like a lot of debates and stuff, I probably won't have again. And he's talking specifically, I guess, on the marketing campaign on this one. But I really like to hear. I like everyone to hear what the actual strongest arguments are from each side, and then decide for themselves. I try not to treat people like they're just going to go with the crowd all the time. They probably are. But at the same time, I think there's a few of the smart people out there too that can take information in and then make decisions on it. And I really tend towards pretty much everything on this, towards the transparency side of like, let all the information out there and then let everyone decide. And there's pros and cons with it, of course. But
did you lose any debates, buddy? One
time I said, I remain undefeated. I did not mention anything else or any specific debate. And apparently there was some other groups thought that they had a better case for it too. But no,
kind of like Hex Monkey's idea.
What is the pro of ghosting everyone who says? On this one, okay. For this specific example, I don't think I have engaged with. I think I would do a debate, just because I would like to bring out it helps me bring out a lot of the points for the campaign and stuff as well. But I don't think I've actually engaged in any of the trolling that I can think of. I usually do. I think my default is to disengage. It is literally like, if something's not giving me peace, or I don't like it, or it's not constructive or whatever, I disengage one way or another. So I think, to that point, for this specific example, I do prefer that. But I don't know, what do you guys think? What's the pros and cons for it?
I was getting the trolling vibe, the bug, to start engaging with people, and then I went out on vacation for a little bit, came back refreshed, somewhat subsided, but I still there are some people right now that I would like to launch on, and engage in a spirited X debates, but they're never fruitful. They're never fruitful, and it takes up a lot of time. So I'm just not doing it. I'm too busy. I'm too busy to do it.
I think maybe
Yeah,
the
me
rule.
too. I don't have time for that level of trolling. Like, you know, I'm starting to hide posts and just disappear things that are, if you're just trolling positive posts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, there's no win at this point in the bull market.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're like, I'm willing to have discussions. Discussions are different. Like, oh, you disagree with me? You want to talk about it? Sure, let's talk about it. But like, yeah, straight up negative attack trolling. Like, no, that time's done. You're blocked. Bye.
Yeah, no, definitely. In that particular context, yeah, no, I'm on the same page for that. Like, I think it is. Yeah, I agree in that example. I do like debates and discussing ideas, but it's got to be a discussion. It can't just be like I'm just answering trolls all day. No, I don't even. Disengage is the answer for me on that. Ruskino, Richard could be contrarian in September. I certainly hope so. That'll be fun to see a good surprise, a volatility to the upside for something that nobody expects to happen. I would love to see PulseChain pumping for that to be the time for things to kick off as far as price wise, and just to again line up with the marketing, give people who do Google for PulseChain and stuff after they get the marketing devices to see the green candles, the better chart pattern, whatever they're looking for, if they even do. Honestly, I think a lot of people aren't going to, I would say, is this like a weird thing to say? Probably 99, again, I don't know who's being targeted for all their campaigns, but I'm going to assume like non-TA people. Most people are going to look, they're going to Google it. They can't read a chart if they're life dependent on it type of thing. And they're just going to be like, oh, this website looks pretty cool. Yeah, maybe I'll buy some. I've been thinking about crypto thing, and maybe I'll buy some. Or, oh, I've got Fartcoin, but Fartcoin's down in the gutter right now. I need to convert into something the winner. This PulseChain website looks cool. Let me do that. And then
there we go. Yeah. Solana bros, you know, this is your last chance. Here's your, here's the tablet with all the links. Convert the entire Solana market cap over to PulseChain right now.
My cousin loves Solana. I gave him the tablet. Now he knows how to get PulseChain. There you go. Okay. Like Suzuki. Let's debate who's the happiest Mexican. I would join that debate. I like that debate. I
think Suzy Q already won that debate.
You might have already won Suzy Q.
Suzy Q is the happiest Mexican. 100% true.
Yeah. You might have already. Did you just want us to tell you you're the happiest one? She brought it up. She's like, yeah, they'll probably pick me. They'll probably pick me. Yes, we do.
It's the obvious truth.
Yeah. It's the facts. Facts right there. Awesome. Thank you, Suzy Q. Always appreciate you. All right, gents, I think people were pretty informed. I think we went through a lot of different pieces for it. And if you don't understand what's happening in the ecosystem right now and you're not bullish enough, then you could watch the stream last week I did with Crispy. You can watch this one again on Replay Gang. You can just Google for PulseChain Mega Market. You can see maybe these guys talking about it and a lot of other people in the community being mega bullish on it and fading the trolls. Again, I hope there's some healthy, good discussions and debates happening out there. But I imagine most of them aren't, so they aren't, and they're not giving you peace. Then you don't owe anyone. You don't owe anyone your peace. So, they invented the block, the mute, the hide reply button for a reason. It's at your disposal because you're part of the little platform we call the X, the crypto Twitter. So hopefully everyone out there is doing amazing. I'm very excited for it. I mean, it's about damn time. Let's go. I'm excited.
I don't think there are people within this community that actually know how to use those tools. I was one of them, right? Hiding replies and stuff like that. One day on a stream, we need to show people where that button is. Pick on somebody that is particularly obnoxious, hide their reply, and then go back and look through the post, and all of a sudden it is no longer there. I love that. I love that. I don't think people use that button enough.
And you can hide the reply, and then it gives you an option to block them, or you can choose not to block them. Right, and often I choose not to block them because it's like, okay, I'll look at their profile, and if it's just garbage, then I'll be like, God, never mind, we don't need to talk again. But if it's
you have a very similar technique.
Oh yeah, you do some research. I never just block. I always be like, okay, what's this person about? And if they're just about attack ads and they have like 3 followers, then you're gone. But if it's like, okay, you're just having a bad day, you can still follow if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's frustrating because you're like, all right, let's give us, a second chance with it, But sometimes I'll be like, all right, if I see another just very like not cool comment, then I'll let it go for now. But and then sometimes people abuse it. They're like, nope, I'm just here to just shit on your stream, just shit.
Yeah.
Often those accounts seem to have like 23 followers, right? Like it's like nobody is looking at those people, right? Like very rarely do I get like super trollish attack comments from people with 1,000+ followers. It's almost always somebody with 17.
And those 17 followers are just troll accounts for those who have 2,000 followers. 100% sure. They're just talking. I'm going to refrain from using any more foul language on your show today, Max, just in respect to you. Right?
I mean, I just said the S
we try
word
to keep this a family show, yeah?
I do. That's true. Thanks for reminding me.
We said shit entirely too much on your show today.
You just said it again. You just said it. Okay.
Keep it clean, boys. Keep it clean.
Trying to. All right, gents, where can people find more about your blocking and muting on the X or YouTube platforms? Triple Dad.
I am Triple Dad 007 on X, Magic Carpet Ride, and always stay in tune with what Rack's posting about Coinwell and CoinArchy. There's some pretty interesting developments on that coming out. So that's where I'm at, spending most of my time.
I can't recognize Fast Abdul. He took his glasses off. So I need a moment.
Yeah.
Tricky that way.
Are you Dip Catcher?
I could be. Sure. We'll make it easy.
I haven't seen him for a while. Oh, he's back. Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Great.
I can be found at Fast Abdul on Twitter, as displayed on the screen. I will never DM you, whoever you are. There's lots of scammers out there. Everybody be careful. Talk soon.
I like it. Simple, fast, easy. All right, everyone. That's all we got for you today. Scivive and 5555. We are out. Rockets up.
This is the greatest thing I have ever seen in my life. This is amazing.
Let's see if they fucking can make them all one time.